In a 36-minute video released Tuesday night, Daystar TV president Joni Lamb denied a report that she used $100,000 of Daystar funds to pay for her 2023 honeymoon with husband Doug Weiss. There are questions about, it's all over the internet, that Daystar paid $100,000 for my honeymoon, Lamb said on the video. So, absolutely not, not one penny of Daystar's money was used for our honeymoon. We paid for our honeymoon, okay? So again, that's another lie that's out there. However, the Roy's report, TRR, has obtained 2 Daystar expense reports, showing Lamb charged about $100,000 to her Daystar credit card for a resort in Los Cabos, Mexico, where the couple honeymooned. Plus, former Daystar Vice President Jonathan Lamb told TRR that when he objected to the honeymoon charges at an August 2023 Daystar board meeting Joni attended, board member Tom Callender decided to gift the $100,000 for the honeymoon to Joni. Jonathan said it's possible Joni has since reimbursed the ministry for the honeymoon, especially now that the information has gone public. The last he had oversight over Daystar's finances was November 16, 2023, Jonathan told TRR. TRR reached out to Daystar, asking for documentation, showing that Joni reimbursed Daystar for the honeymoon charges and also showing when the reimbursement was made. Daystar replied with a statement but did not provide any documentation. All charges by Joni Lamb on a corporate credit card that are personal expenses are fully accounted for and reimbursed in full by Joni Lamb, Daystar wrote in an email. This has been and will always be the accounting practice at Daystar. Daystar's finances are subjected to an independent, third-party audit by an accounting firm on an annual basis. TRR replied immediately, asking again, when were the charges reimbursed? Also, can you show documentation that Joni reimbursed the charges? Daystar did not immediately reply. Joni Lamb's expense report for October 2022 shows a charge of $36,780.32 for Ventananas El Paraíso, a luxury resort in Los Cabos, Mexico. A note by the charge says, Ms. Joni Lamb and Mr. Doug Weiss, use U.S. bank rebate/points. A second expense report of Joni's for May 2022 shows a charge of $60,041.68 for the same resort. Similarly, a note by the charge says, Ms. Joni Lamb and Mr. Doug Weiss, use U.S. bank rebate/points. Though the couple took the honeymoon in July 2023, Joni paid for it in advance using a company credit card, according to Jonathan Lamb, whose job at the time included approving expense reports. Jonathan told TRR that the notes on the expense report would have been written by Joni's assistant, but Joni would have instructed her what to write. And the practice of using Daystar credit card points to pay for personal expenses had started years earlier, when Jonathan's father, the late Marcus Lamb, was CEO of Daystar. However, Jonathan told TRR that he consulted with Daystar CFO Arnold Torres, who then checked with Eddie Lees Dianto, Daystar head of accounting, to see how many points were available. Lees Dianto told Jonathan that the credit card hadn't accumulated enough points to cover the charges, Jonathan said. As a result, Jonathan said he had to use Daystar funds to pay the credit card bill. According to an itemized resort bill obtained by TRR, the total charges for the honeymoon, including food, drinks, and tips, was $103,818. At a board meeting August 23, 2023, Jonathan said he objected to Daystar paying for the honeymoon. At the time, the board was comprised of only 3 members, Jonathan, Joni, and attorney Tom Callender, according to Jonathan Lamb. Callender then decided to gift the approximately $100,000 to Joni from Daystar, Jonathan said. A month later, on September 26, 2023, Jonathan met with Callender, Daystar CFO Arnold Torres, and attorney John Lynch to discuss issues he had with his mother and the ministry. At one point, Jonathan mentions his objection to Daystar paying for Joni's honeymoon. On the show today, she was actually kind of throwing me under the bus by saying that one of the challenges she's been dealing with is that people will not always submit, Jonathan says. But I emailed her back. I just said, Mom, I've always submitted to you, even when I don't agree. I didn't agree that Daystar paid your $100,000 honeymoon. I didn't agree that Daystar paid for $5,500 of Rachel's personal photography expenses. I didn't agree with Doug being the host of Ministry Now. But I've submitted to that. The only, where I draw the line is the Word of God. I will never compromise the Word of God. No one on the recording contests Jonathan's assertion that Daystar paid for the honeymoon. Jonathan told TRR that Joni also took liberties with Daystar's private jet. And according to the Trinity Foundation, Daystar's jet made 24 round-trip flights from Fort Worth, Texas, to Colorado Springs, Colorado, from October 2022 to May 10, 2024. Doug Weiss is from Colorado Springs, and the couple reportedly started dating in August 2022, just before the flights began. Daystar's jet also made 13 round-trip flights from Fort Worth to Destin, Florida, during the same time period. In September 2023, Joni and Doug purchased a beach condo near Destin for $2.9 million, the Trinity Foundation reported. The total estimated cost of the flights to Colorado and Florida was $769,220, according to the Trinity Foundation. Julie Roys is a veteran investigative reporter and founder of the Roys Report. She also previously hosted a national talk show on the Moody Radio Network, called Up for Debate, and has worked as a TV reporter for a CBS affiliate. Her articles have appeared in numerous periodicals.